We also have the Integrated Care Task Force, and this is under Lee Kaplan, and he and his group did a survey, obesity treatment and education needs survey, to look across all different kinds of providers to see what kinds of education they might need. And that is going to feed into a summit that will be held this year, the Multidisciplinary Obesity Care and Education Summit, that will develop some of these cross-provider kinds of education efforts. And then we've brought together people across the spectrum of the society on many statements and public comments. And I think this has been great, to be intentional about trying to draw in across basic science, neuroscience, metabolism, clinical population, to really get these statements to a place where it really speaks to all of our strengths as a society. And so a couple of these that have been really, I think, very successful this year is a statement we're working on, obesity as a disease, and also another one that we did in response to the news coverage of the Biggest Loser study that came out. Our Public Affairs Committee with Amanda Stano and Kathy Kotz has been really doing this for a long time, pulling in the experts, and they've consistently done a great job. And our Guidelines Advisory Committee similarly draws in across the spectrum of TOS. And their work this year led to the standards of obesity care that we're going to be working on. We also made changes out in the world with the Treat and Reduce Obesity Act. And this act now had bipartisan co-sponsorship, and you'll hear a little bit more about this later. 161 House members, 13 senators behind this, and a gubernatorial proclamation from the governor here, Governor Edwards of Louisiana, in recognition of the National Obesity Care Week. And you'll see a lot of messaging about the campaign for Take 5, and this is a campaign to encourage people to take 5 minutes to talk about obesity, talk about 5 things about obesity, and so forth. And the Treat Obesity Seriously campaign is doing really well. We have over 2,200 signatures and distributed more than 20,000 clinician tools. So this has really made a big difference. And in all of these efforts, all of the Hill visits, everything we're doing, our job as TOS is really to promote the science in terms of advocating for more funding for scientific research, but also for making sure that the evidence base is spread and that everyone who's out there who's making decisions is aware of the latest research. We went to the Democratic National Convention, the Republican National Convention. I got to hang out with Elizabeth Banks, which was awesome, and some other celebrities. There was an event that the Obesity Care Advocacy Network put together, and it was a panel discussion with we had our membership represented with Scott Kahan, and he brought a patient. And there was a